So welcome to another tech video. We've not done one of these for a while. Just want to give a huge shout out to John in Australia. Thank you for your really kind message the other day to say that he enjoyed one of our videos, which was doing, I think it was changing a hard disk in an HP all-in-one. So thanks for that. That's fantastic, and hope you're safe and well. Right, so today we have got one of our usual Dell Optiplex machines. What the hell is the dog doing? Oh dear. Right, back in a minute. What is he doing? Let's go and have a look. Probably a squirrel or something in the garden. What are you doing? Hey? You want to go out? Go on then. Squirrel in the garden. That's what you saw. Right, okay, so let's get back to it. So we've got a Dell Optiplex, I think is it a 5040? No, it's a 3050. So we love these machines because they are readily available in the second-hand market. We paid £82 for this one. Doesn't come with any RAM in it, but we're going to have a look at it and see what upgrade options we can do to get it up and running and give it some decent performance. So without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, so as you can see, it's a standard Dell machine, Core i5, two USB 3 Type A ports and two USB 2 Type A ports on the front. On the reverse, we've got the same again, two USB 3, two USB 2, gigabit Ethernet. We've got display, display port adapter, display 1.2 and HDMI 1.4, and obviously our power supply. So let's see what we get for our money, our 82 quid. It's a bargain. So this is a Core i5 6500 gigahertz 6500 CPU, runs at 3.2 gigahertz with a boost up to I think 4.1 or something like that. That's fairly unimportant. Right, inside here we've got 500 gig hard disk, so we're going to be removing this, and the reason for that is hard disks so slow compared to the modern day kit, and we've purchased a 250 gig M.2 NVMe PCIe SATA drive, so 45 times faster than a hard disk, so that should improve our performance there. So let's get this unplugged and get this removed and take it out there. To get underneath, you want to remove the front panel, and to do that you just pop the clips out at the front here and the front panel just lifts away. Once you've done that, you can then unlock the tray here, get rid of your cables through that bit, and then we're going to lift that up and put that out of the way for the time being. Right, so as you can see here, we've got our two RAM slots. And this takes DDR4, and we haven't got two sticks of RAM, so it's not going to be running in dual channel mode. However, that's fine for an office use PC, but we have got a stick of DDR4 2133 megahertz memory, and that is 8 gig, and we're going to be putting that into the system. Might as well do that right now. And that just slots in, clips into place. If you're only putting one stick of memory in one of these, then it goes in the slot closest to the CPU cooler. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add our solid state drive, and this is the area that it goes in down here. So it's a 2880 size RAM stick, SSD drive. So we're going to open this, we're going to extract it carefully. And this just pops in like that, so it slots in, the back end pushes down, and then there's a little plug that just goes in the hole there that holds that in place. So in terms of the upgrades, that's all we're going to be doing today. So 250 gig M.2 drive, 8 gig of memory, and then we're going to pop all this back together. So the cage just goes back in to that position and then slides that in. That slides into lock into place. We're going to feed our cables back in here for now, but we are going to add our drive caddy or drive cage back in. That will just sit in there like that in case wherever it's going to go, probably to a customer. If they want to add additional storage, then cables are already there. They just need to add a hard disk if they want to. However, most of our clients, 250 gig is adequate for what they need because they just use it for office documents and internet. So that's that. Now we can pop the cover back on. And for this, if you notice, we didn't do a drive clone. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing a fresh install of Windows 10. So we're going to get this connected up and then we'll have a look at the BIOS settings to see what settings you need and to make sure that we can see everything in there. Okay, so here we are in the BIOS. First thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we can see everything. Okay, so here's our 8 gig of memory that we've just installed. Single channel memory, obviously, because it's a single slot, a single stick. Slot 3, M.2 drive, mass storage. So that sounds promising. So that sounds to me that it can now see the drive. There we go. And if we go down here, we can see SATA 0, no drive connected, SATA 1, our DVD-ROM, and then our M.2 PCIe SSD drive, and that's our serial number for it. So that's good news. So it can see that. Next thing we want to do is make sure that it's set to UEFI mode, and legacy boot ROMs are disabled. And then we want to come down to security, secure boot. We want to make sure that secure boot is enabled, which it is. And then we're going to go and check our performance levels to make sure we've got all core boost on, which we do. All core, speed step enabled, C states yes, limit CPU ID no, and then the Intel Turbo Boost should be enabled. That's it in terms of our system. Right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to get our Windows 10 installation media plugged in, and what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be taking our USB drive, plugging it into the front port, and then we're going to exit from our BIOS. We're going to hit F12, and F12 should bring up our boot menu on a Dell machine. There we go. And we're going to go into our Windows 10 installation drive, which is on our USB stick. Okay, so here we are in the Windows installation menu. We're going to click on Next. We click on Install Now. We're going to agree to the license terms. We're going to do custom install. We're going to install it onto our M.2 drive, so we're just going to select Next. That's going to then copy the files and set everything up for us. Okay, so once that's completed, you just click on Restart Now, and you can remove the USB drive with your Windows 10 OS on it. So we've unplugged the Windows 10 installation media. Windows will give itself a reboot. And here we go into the setup of Windows 10. So finally we've got all of the updates done. Let's now have a look at the system so we can run through, see what the CPU is. As I mentioned, it's Core i5 6500 running at 3.2 gigahertz, 8 gig of memory, and we're now on the latest version of Windows after running all the updates. So let's have a look at the disk performance. So quite impressed with this Crystal Disk Mark score. So 2,815 megabytes per second read, 1,283 megabytes per second write speed. So yeah, all in all, a much faster solution running an M.2 drive, even to a 2.5-inch SSD drive. This is much better performance, and the drive price was actually a little bit cheaper than a 2.5-inch drive for the same size. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you found that video useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.